Welcome. Today's video is on Factorio. This is the multiplayer version. A friend of mine have been working on this base for quite some time now. I have over 300 hours in this base. Wanted to give you a quick tour of it. We are running a helicopter mod. This is the helicopter. It just allows us to get around much easier than the base game. Right below me in this area is our iron foundry. This is part of the steel foundry. Just over here to my east is the copper foundry. Right above there you can see our helipad. Just to the east of the copper foundry is our oil processing. If we travel on, you can see that the foundries feed into our main bus. We have iron, steel, and copper. Then just down here is our green circuit production, which makes up all of the main bus for our main base. On the right side of the main bus is our science production. All of the right side is dedicated to producing science. This is for research. If you're unfamiliar with Factorio, you do research in order to get recipes, in order to make things. The left side of the base, main base, is dedicated to production of items, the various things that you need. Here is our storage facility. Just over here is our solar farm. This is a power production for the main base. And that's about it for the main base. We are digging out some stone that was in the main base, trying to get it out of there, so we'll have that area. There is a little oil that will be permanent, of course. Here is our train station, the main base train station. And then if we go a little north up here, we can see our nuclear ore processing plant. This takes takes uranium ore in and produces uranium-238, uranium-235, which then gets taken up to this area right up here, which is the nuclear power plants. This is one, and this is another. I haven't noticed those red. What's going on there, I wonder? I'll have to come check that out later. Now, something I'll show you really quickly is if we press our M key for the map, you can see that the main base is one logistics network, the orange. The nuclear ore processing is a separate logistics network. See, the orange does not touch. This means that the robots that are working in here will not go into the main base, and the same is true for the nuclear power plant. And even though you can't really tell it, these two are separate right here. So the robots that are here will not go here, and the robots that are here will not come here. So these are actually separate networks. This is the main base. The main base, all it's doing is feeding products for the mega base. The mega base begins up here after our 6 line trainway, and we get up here okay, a little bit further to the north, and you begin to see some of the productions that we have, like this facility here produces it looks like plastics. We got plastics on the left here. This whole facility As you can see in this facility is this big, and it does nothing but produce one product, and that is plastic. This little facility that's here on the right, the east side, produces nothing but acid. And if we continue to the west, you can see that here is another module, and we're producing green circuits. This is a green circuit module production. Again, this whole facility, which is almost as big as the main base that I showed you, does nothing but produce one item, green circuits. And we could look at all of those, but basically you have a sulfuric acid factory, a plastic factory, the green circuit factory, light oil processing, heavy oil processing. We have 2 iron foundries, a copper foundry, and an oil foundry, and a steel foundry. And that's as far as we've gotten in the mega base. Again, almost as large. Each of these is almost as big as the main base, which does all of these things. The main base produces all of these things, but these individually produce only one item at a time. And of course, the ultimate goal is to produce a science farm that will use 1,000 science packs per minute, if I remember correctly. 1,000 science packs per minute. In order to do that, you have to have huge production. So this base will continue to grow and grow and grow. The other thing that we have is that we have sectioned off areas. As you can see with our trainway, we've sectioned off areas into squares, or roughly squares, named them, and each square will have its own nuclear power plant, its own solar farm, and will be nothing but resource gathering areas. This one already has 2 iron mines and a uranium mine. This is the one we're working on currently. We're just now putting in the solar farm, the nuclear power plants, and this nuclear power plant and solar plant will provide power only for this area of production. Once we have mined all of the resources out of this, all of this will be taken down. It will be gotten rid of and moved to another one. Our vision, eventually we will be sectioning off huge areas of the map, and each one of them will be producing. We will take all of the resources out of each section, take those resources on the trainway up to the foundry. The foundry will then produce products, which will be taken to the secondary facilities, and then those products will all be taken to a tertiary facility where rockets and satellites and stuff will be made, so that it can be gathered, the science modules from space, and then all of those science packs and military packs and all that stuff will eventually go to a 4th area, which is a science production area, and where there will be the final products will be utilized. And there you have it. That is our Factorio. That's a quick tour. Hope you enjoyed the video today. Please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more content. We will be getting back into Factorio, of course, and we'll be maybe we'll do a video on the installation of this nuclear facility here. So if you like it, leave a comment and a like. Consider subscribing, and thank you so much for joining Anycore Gaming.